So since we are all seated, so let us start. And let me introduce president of the center so that he can make a agreement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Dong Lim. I am president of Gyeonggi Center for Creative Economy and Innovation. I'm very pleased to welcome distinguished guests of all EU ambassadors to our center. This center is focal point for innovation and the cooperation of regional economic entities. Also committed to help for startup companies of nation go to global market. We have established global alliance and try to extend cooperation. We are the base camp for innovative startups to be global and recruiting global startups to recruiting global startups to Korea. Welcome to again our innovation center, and I hope you will have good time and enjoy meeting with our staffs. Mr. Beck, he's in charge of cooperation. He will introduce our center quickly. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, I'm really pleased and it is our honor to have all of you here today. And if you find any inconvenience, let us know. And if you find any fault, that will be all mine. My name is David, and I'm Chief of Public Relations and International Cooperation and Affairs. So we are not here today to brag about what we have done, because we have been open for 10 months only. So we are going to talk about what we would like to achieve in the future. So let us start now. Our center is Gyeonggi Center for Creative Economy and Innovation. But we have 18 centers nationwide. So how we started is President Park, as you are aware, she thought that innovation and creativity and entrepreneurship are very important for the Korean economy as a whole. So creative economy, she means by that is combining the innovative ideas with the technology, so that we can have a synergy effect for the whole economy in Korea. Since we have many startup companies and many SMEs in Korea, it accounts for more than 80% of the whole economy. So since even though we all well know that LG or Samsung, KT, etc., so they're big companies that we rely on heavily, we also know that the innovation and creativity and those are very important. That's the reason why she thought that get together with the big companies and SMEs and the local governments and central governments all together. And they talked about how we can get this happening. And then now we have 18 centers nationwide in Korea. So as you can see in the map, we have 18 centers. If you can see here, Pohang is different because the other 17 centers are run by central government, local government, and big companies. But Pohang, they are run by only POSCO, it's a private sector. But what we do is pretty much the same. We try to find the good startup companies, and we try to accelerate them. We try to incubate the individuals who have wonderful ideas, innovative ideas, and creative ideas, and then we can help them to transform their ideas into the real business. So let's just say that you are a startup company, and you specialize in solar energy, but you don't come to our center, and you go this center, Chungcheongnam-do. Each center is matched to the big company. As you know, each big company has their own specialty. So in this case, solar energy, the Chungcheongnam-do Center, they are matched with the Hanwha, another big company in Korea. And then the Hanwha and the local government of the Chungcheongnam-do, they are going to help accelerate the startup company. But let's just say that if you're a startup company specializing in IoT or fintech or computer games, then you come to our center. Since we are working closely with the KT, and telecommunication company in Korea. And then we help accelerate or incubate your startup companies or individuals. So as you can see, each center has their own specialty, and then since they know very much well about what their subject is, and then each center or the startup companies can tap into the resources of the big companies, and the big companies can also tap into the innovative ideas or creativity of the startup companies. And that's the cornerstone of this center, innovation center. So what we try to achieve from now on, so far we have achieved a little bit, but we have a long way to go. So as I said, we are not here to brag about what we have achieved. We try to make a very good environment and ecosystem for startup companies. Not only in Korea, as you know, all over the world, let's just say that within 5 years, out of 100 startup companies, almost 70 to 90% are going to fail. So, but you know that they have a very innovative ideas and they have very good and creative business models. But then, because of some reasons, they are going to fail. So what if we can make a very good ecosystem for the startup companies so that they can be sustained, so that they can prosper? And that is one of our key missions for this center. Number two, we try to become the focal point of innovation, because nowadays big companies are just like dinosaurs. So they lack flexibility, they feel comfortable in their setting. They don't want to try something new because somebody has to take the responsibility. But what about the startup companies? Startup companies are just natural at that. They want to try something new. So that's the reason why if we can work closely with the startup companies, then it can be stimulating for the big companies. So last but not least, the number three, we try to find a very good example, business model between the big companies and startup companies. Big companies, as I said, have a lot of resources. Startup companies have great ideas and innovative ideas. What if we can combine them, and if we can find ways for those two to work closely together, and that would be the mutual benefit for each other. That's the reason why we try to find a good business model or collaboration model between big companies and startup companies. So, let me present just a few examples of the startup companies in Korea. If you take a look at the first one, it is a startup company called Stegway. This startup company was initiated by just a few university students in Korea. This device, I know that all of you have smartphones. The problem with the smartphones are smart, but the problem with the battery. So this device will transform your body heat into the electricity. And this was not developed by the big companies in Korea. This was developed by just a few university students. How innovative that is. Number two, Ripple Buzz. Ripple Buzz, this is amazing also. It feels like I'm doing the salesman, but it's not salesman. I'm just giving you the example. You know, when you are standing in the street, which is very noisy, but the other person cannot hear you very clearly when you talk on the phone because too much noise around you. But this second Ripple Buzz is innovative in terms of the transmitting your voice not from your mouth but from your ear. Because our voice comes from not only from the mouth but also from the ear. So this device is going to catch your voice from the ear and transmit it into the other person, so the other person cannot hear any noise at all. And number three is a Braille watch. Nowadays we have many smart watches, but the watches are only for those who can see. What about the blind? What about the visually disabled people? For them, so the 4 university students developed this Braille watch. So if you put any text file into this watch, then this watch we are going to transform the text files into Braille. So these just 3 examples that I presented to you, but currently now, for our centers, 18 centers, we are accelerating more than 560 startup companies like this. So if we let them fail, their technology or their creativity will disappear also. So there will be a huge loss for us, there will be a big shame for us. So we try to help them, guide them with expertise, with mentors as much as possible. That's the reason why we are here today. So let me present just an example of how we work. If you have a good understanding about GCCEI, Gyeonggi Center for Creative Innovation Center, then you will have a good understanding of other centers also, because we have the same mechanism. The Gyeonggi Center, for example, is supported by the central government and local government and big company, in our case KT, Korea Telecommunication. And all together, they support our center, and we are going to help or accelerate or incubate the startup companies in line with IoT or fintech or game or 5G or any startup companies from Korea who want to enter the foreign or global market. They can come to us, and then we will help them. And vice versa. If you find any good startup company in your country, you can contact us. You can send that company to us, and then we will provide and accommodate the team as much as possible. So that you can enter our market, you can enter your market, and that will be the mutual benefit. So in order to make it happen, we have to have many partners around the world. So we try to secure the good partners abroad. In our case, for example, in Spain we have a good relationship with Weda. And in France, we already have an office here, the Orange Fab, and Catapult from the England, United Kingdom, etc. So in order to help to startup companies to go abroad or vice versa, we have to have many global partners. So we hope that you can also participate in our partnership in the future. So in order to make it happen, now we are building the startup campus nearby here. We don't visit today, unfortunately, but next time we are going to invite you to the opening of this startup campus. Please, I hope that you can participate. And this campus will accommodate hundreds of startup companies from domestic and foreign, so that we can help them, the startup companies. So basically what we do is that we try to find the individuals and we try to incubate them. But if we start from scratch, it'll take too much time and it'll take a lot of resources. So even though we want to help as many individuals as possible, the resources are limited, so we pick and choose just a few individuals who have a solid business background and solid business models, and we help them and transform their ideas into business. And so far, in our case, we have found 12 individuals for incubating. So now they are being incubated by us for 6 months. And accelerating, we find startup companies, we help them with mentoring, we help them with the marketing, we help them with the business plans and etc. The many commercialization, etc. So we try to accelerate the startup companies as much as possible. So for that, we have 40 mentors who have a long experience for business, and staff from KT working close with us, and then we have 35 staff in GCCEI. So as of now, we have found 42 startup companies. The first 6 months already finished, so we have already produced 12 startup companies who have been successful so far. And now, I'm sorry. Okay, my apology. But technical thing can happen all the time, so I hope you're understanding. So IoT is a buzzword nowadays in Korea. So we have found many IoT startup companies, and game for 8 companies for game, and 4 for fintech, and etc. means ICT related companies. So 42 startup companies are being accelerated by us. We already have accelerated another 12 startup companies. Then they are working in the universities also, because we have an MOU with the universities. So after they finish the 6-month program here, and they go to the universities where we have an MOU, and then they are getting the post acceleration program. So what we try to achieve is that, number one, we try to have a good example for global successful startup company. And as I mentioned before, we try to find a very good example of a collaboration between big companies and startup companies. And number 3 is we try to have a very good open innovation platform where the big companies can contact the startup companies and innovative ideas so that the big companies can be stimulated and the startup companies can tap into the resources of big companies also. And this year we try to help as much as possible. And as you know, the quantity is not everything, but quality it matters more. But still, we try to help as much as possible. So since due to the time constraint, I was a little bit fast. But if you have any question, we can take about 2 questions, if you have any. It was too quick, right? Because we have only 1 hour. But I know that you must have some questions. But on the 5th floor, you have the opportunity to meet with the Korean startup companies directly. So about 5 to 6 startup companies are waiting for you. And then if you have any questions, attention.
We have to thank you. And I will not ask a question because I think the questions will come when we see more. And I'm rather confident that there are questions because there are not only ambassadors here, but there are also specialists here for research, innovation. I see my Italian colleague who is a professor in these fields. So I'm sure there will be many questions. But let me just thank you very much that we can visit you today. It was a proposal from the Blue House directly that we can have a look into the digital economy of Korea. We know that you top the Bloomberg innovation ranking. We know that 5G, 3D, all these numbers are developed here. And of course, we like to compare also with similar centers we have in the UN member countries. We are not so much behind as sometimes it's said, but we are also leading in many of the technologies you have here. So I'm very interested to see how the idea of the president of creativity, innovation, and incubator for the future of Korea is set into practice. So I just like to thank you in the name of all the colleagues very much already at the beginning. And many questions will come up during our tour to your premises. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, please, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me?
Okay.
No problem.
That's very easy.
Is it a little bit small voice, no? Okay, so if you have any technical problem, just let us know so that we can assist you. So let's go take a look for now. So let me introduce one startup company first, and then you can have a conversation with him.
이거 좀 쓰라고 한번 활용하세요.
So if anyone has any problem with the technical problem, everyone is wearing the earphones, no problem. Okay. So if you have any problem, let us know. Yeah. So you can talk to
제가요.
Okay, so please come here, please. Come in, please. So everyone can hear him?
Everyone can hear my voice. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So it's very honored to be here to introduce my company and my game. Basically, I hope you, all of you gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, have a very good time in the 경기 and as you can see, that we are very focused on these characters because the main. So hope you enjoy this visit. And if you have any questions, then please. Questions? Raise your hand. It's fine. All right. So if you don't have any question, then there's it's so great to start a company here. So please introduce.
So, just like an interview, just let me ask you one question on your behalf. How long did it take to develop this game, and also what difficulties you had?
We started developing this game from last year, and the most difficulty was we create a character from some original 2D art, and then we bring 2D art our main target is very. They think that 2D and 3D characters are very small figures. So that's why we are focusing on this whole direction.
IEOT lab here, please. You can move forward, please follow us. Okay, thank you very much.
이렇게 설명하는.
뭐 여기서 가이드
주변에 제품을 만드는 거.
예, 일단 제가 소개를 드리면
어느 정도 시간이 설명하면
그러니까 근데 하고 나서 다 맞춰주는 게 아니고 지금 보면 애도 또 남아서 조금 더 기다리시고
가이드 해주세요.
예. 그래서 Okay, so some of your colleagues are talking to another star company, so let us start now. And let's just do it the straight natural way. So he's the CEO of. He's an expert for sleeping, so if you are tired, if you're suffering from insomnia, he will help you with his product. Okay, please, Mr. Wu.
Very nice to meet you. How was your sleep last night? Yeah,
Not good.
not good. Yeah. Did you feel tired when you wake up? Okay. So you don't have to worry about it from now on. Yeah. 5 years ago, my mom had a sleeping problem. So at that time, I opened the laptop to search about the research about sleep. And then we are trying to help people sleep deeper and wake up refreshed. That is what we are trying to do. So with this sleeping mask, you can manage your sleep. So we help you induce your sleep deeper and faster. So inside the sound and light, just personalize sleep pattern. Yeah. So this sound is like a hypnosis, makes you feel sleepy, and then go to the deep sleep stage. And then when you wake up, you don't have to use annoying the alarm like a digital alarm at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., like that. Actually, we try to give you this artificial sunlight inside the LED. So prior to your the alarm set time, so we give you gradually brighten up your sleep the morning. So you don't need the coffee in the morning, yeah, to wake the brain well. So all your sleep data, how you snoring, and then your body temperature, heartbeat, and brain activities, all those sensors data is transferred to your smartphone. And then you can manage your sleep quality every day, every week, every year, and then comparing with the same ages and just the same different area people. So from now on, Edison invented the light, the filament, but that is appears to the earth. So we have the nighttime, we have the daytime in nighttime now. So we need a shield to block the light. So from now on, discover your sleep when you close your eyes. Thank you.
Where can you buy this?
Right, that's
Finally, we've been doing this 6 years already, right? So finally, you can try this product, this journal.
Where?
Yeah, all over the world.
All over the world. Question, if you had any question.
So we would like to Google.
Okay.
No, we would like to Google it. So what is the name exactly of the product?
This name, okay, I will tell you today. It's the first time to tell you. Yeah. This product name is a Luli. Yeah, it's from the lullaby and sleep. So we made our own name. From now on, we don't sleep. We'll try to help you, Luli. Okay. Actually, this is a secret, but you asked me, so now I open it. Yeah.
Is this only for sleeping, or is it also to stay awake? I mean, could I use it during meetings?
Okay, that is a really important question. You can use it for sleeping, and you can use it for meditating, and then relaxing, and then one more thing. We can help you to overcome jet lag. This can be a cure for jet lag. So before you fly, we know that you can set your time, the difference from here to Korea or here to German, and then we know the time, so we gave you the instruction how to use it. So we set the circadian rhythm before you fly. So when you arrive your country, you don't need to feel the groggy time when you have a meetings. So we can provide this to airline. Yeah.
And is it healthy or does it help us strahlen?
How big is the risk to become addicted?
Yes, you can be addicted. Yeah, definitely. Because this is kind of, when you use this, you feel more comfortable, get used to use this. But we don't give you the harmful or the disturb your sleep, even though you don't use it anymore. Yeah.
And does it have some radiation? Is it healthy when we sleep with that?
Can you say
Radiation, is it?
radiation.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. When you're wearing, we don't give you any radiation.
That is
After you take it off, we transfer the data or radiations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are making light and soft, so you don't feel any uncomfortable when you sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the medical sort of underpinning for this? In other words, have you worked closely with medical experts on sleep?
Actually, this is not a medical device. Yeah, but we are discussing with the doctors, because doctors want to use this for treatment of sleep apnea or so something. But now this is not a medical device. This is consumer device.
This obviously looks like a very interesting product. You've got a lot of questions here, and that's
Thank
great.
you very much.
If I can focus more on the way you've worked at the centre, what do you think has been the single biggest benefit to your organisation of being based here
You mean
at the
the
GCCEI?
organisation?
Here at the GCCEI.
Actually, the NC, they give us a lot of chances to promote, to enter the global market. So the Europe, in America, and Japan, and Singapore. So they help us to promote the product to enter the. Yeah.
So it's the advice and the training on how to develop your marketing.
Yes, yeah, especially. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm terribly sorry, but
Yeah, I think many people here cannot sleep well.
Yes.
it's
Is
true.
it heavy?
No.
It's not heavy at all. Yeah. So, but I'm sorry to cut it short because we have another staff member here, so we have a time constraint. So I'm sorry that you must have many questions. He will give you the name cards, and then you can contact him directly.
Our company name is Phrasen.
Phrasen.
You can visit our website, phrasen.com, and so you can get any information. Yeah, and then we pre-order now. So if you want to get it earlier, please pre-order.
Now he's doing sales.
Phrasen. F-R-A-S-E-N. Yeah.
교수님 혹시 명함 안 갖고 있어요?
Yeah, I didn't bring that, but
You know what I can do is that I will give you my name cards, and then you can contact me, and then I will give you the help you to help the insomnia. So I mean, it's not. But don't get me wrong. It's not for sale. It's just for your information. Okay.
please help us to enter the European market.
So since you have not enough time, so let me introduce another startup company. Then this company is Wise Wears. So I'm going to translate for him. Okay. So, 네.
안녕하세요.
이거 제가 좋죠. 오케이, 안녕하세요.
저 와이즈웰스의 이유혁이라고 하고요.
His name is Yoo Lee. He's the CEO of the Wisewells.
저희가 하고 있는 분야는 자전거에다가 그러니까 전 세계적으로 가장 작고 초소형의 어떤 블루투스 장치를 포장합니다.
So what he is trying to do is that he is developing the beacon, the sensor, the very teeny tiny sensor, so that he can attach it to the bicycle. This is one example.
네. 여기 보시면 이거 화면에 보시면 아시겠지만 사이즈 자체가 거의 손톱만한 수준에 작기 때문에
It's the size of the fingernail, so it's very small.
자전거에 어떤 그러니까 핸들바든지 아니면은 자전거의 어떤 다른 파트에 쉽게 장착하고 붙여서 동작을 할 수 있게 합니다.
You can attach this sensor to any part of the bicycle because since it is very small.
네. 그래서 이 장치를 가지고 저희가 한번 보시게 되면 기존의 장치들이 몇 군데가 나와 있긴 한데 저희가 만든 장치는 약 한 3년 정도까지 사용이 가능합니다.
So this device can be used for at least 3 years, at maximum.
그래서 장치를 저희는 이렇게 자전거에다 장치를 붙여서 자전거를 등록하고 그다음에 자전거를 이용할 때 정보를 지속적으로 줄 수 있고 그리고 도난 방지까지 저희가 지금 진행하고 있습니다.
So since the sensors are attached to this bicycle, so and then the information about this bicycle is registered. For example, it's a police station, and then if in case of a steal, somebody is stealing, and then you can locate the bicycle very easily because the sensors.
네. 그리고 그걸 나중에 이제 자전거를 주행을 할 때 주행 관련된 정보들을 스마트폰과 연동시켜서 받아서 그 정보들을 가지고 자전거 이용자들이 손쉽게 이용할 수 있게끔.
And also, while you're riding a bicycle, you can check how fast you are driving, and all the information is going to be sent to the cloud, and then you can see how fast you can exercise and so on. The information will be stored.
특히나 유럽 같은 경우에는 많은 자전거 이용자들이 있기 때문에.
In Europe, there are many bikers, right?
네,
So
많은 이런 서비스들이 많이 필요로 하고 생각합니다.
So this can be very good and helpful in Europe. So if you are interested in it. So anyway, so I'm sorry that you must have some questions, but due to the time constraint, please next time have more time. And then this time we have only 20 minutes left now. So let's move on to another star company. I'm terribly sorry. Okay, so please follow me. So if you have any problem, legal issue, then you can come here. You can get the consultation for free. And also the tax problems. And if you have a patent for ideas for patent, the government is going to pay like 70%, and then you will pay only 30%. So because startup companies have many legal issues because of the patent and IP. So that's the reason why the government, Korean government, sets the lawyers, and then they stay and work here all the time. And this space is for the startup companies. These locations are provided for free for 6 months. Yeah. And then please, can you come? Sorry, excuse me. And then here we have a mobile lab. We have many kinds of brands of the cell phones. And if you develop applications, and sometimes it doesn't work in certain brand, so you can come here and you can experiment with these brands anytime, and 24 hours open all the time. And then you will see whether your applications are working well or not. But that will be all. And then please this way. We have a 3D printer lab here. We have 3D printers here. It's because the startup companies, when they have a design they cannot bring it to the factory. So they can come here and they can ask for the printing. And then the printing itself is free. Designing part is also free. So each month, 2 times, each startup company can ask for the printing for their prototype or design. So we have 3 kinds of printers here. The 3 printers here is for solid plastic, and this one uses the liquid plastic, and that one uses the plastic. So the reason why we have a 3D printer lab is for the prototype, and so that we can print the prototype for the startup company for free, because it can be very burdensome. If you take a look at the figure over there, it's a Chinese Prime Minister, and we printed here, and then the design itself costs around $3,000 US. Printing itself is $200 US. These are the samples or some prototypes for the startup companies.
And the companies own the patent and the product.
And they will have the position. So, everyone, may I just go forward to another startup company over there? I'm sorry that everything is free, but that's all we have.
This way.
Very pleased to meet you again.
My third vision was we were out for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, please this way, please. Okay, I'm sorry, we have only 10 minutes around, so I wish we had more time. Yeah, I'm unfortunate. So can you hear me? 이거 좀 하시고요. 저기는 이제 지금 시간이 Okay, everyone. Here we have 3 startup companies waiting for you also. So they cannot wait to demonstrate what they have. Okay, just let me just give my right.
Good morning, everybody. Our company's name is Standing Egg, and we are a MEMS sensor and MCU producing manufacturing company. And in addition to hardware, we also provide software and algorithms for our products. So one whole package. And these 3 cubes, they're using 3 different types of sensors, which are called, like the left cube is like accelerometer, then in the middle you can see the gyroscope, and at the right our standing egg filter. This is called sensor fusion. So our filter is combining these 2 sensors to achieve a better result. So because each sensor has some drawbacks. So as you can see, the sensors are following our movement. And for example, the accelerometer, if you move around this axis, it will not track the movement. And the drawback of the gyroscope is that after some time the position starts to drift. We call it sensor drift. And so the combination of these 2 sensors stops the drift, and you can also move around this axis. So some applications it can be used for like smartphones or smartwatches, and you can use it to track your position. Like when you're indoor, you can detect which path you're taking, or you can have some smartwatch that detects your exercising, what exercise you're doing, which is shown in this video. We show one example application, which is we are wearing the sensor on our arm, and by using our sensors we are tracking what type of exercise you're doing, the repetitions you're doing in the exercise. So now the detection time is like about 1 second, and it tracks your steps and also other exercises like you're doing some weight training. You can track how many repetitions you're doing. Because now most fitness trackers, they're just focused on tracking how many steps you're doing in one day or how many calories you're burning. But like this, you don't need to set anything, and how many times you did your exercise and how many calories you burn. You can get all this information. Thank you very much.
Do you have any?
Here's how it
It's a little bit.
start by clipping your reflector here on a smartphone or tablet you already own. Then launch the
Is there any
that comes with that.
one who is interested in educating children or stimulating brains, or that this is one of the aspects? This is a really smart attitude. Okay, so can you introduce the attitude, the name of the product is attitude, the name of the enterprise is attitude. They have three kinds of versions of attitude. It's a cube, just for offline cube, just normal cube. And you just look at this pattern, and then you can just arrange the cube, and then that'll be all. But what's peculiar about this company is that they also combine the online and offline. So you will see directly whether you have a right pattern or not. We will give you the instant feedback. But do you think that this cube or this one has some sensors, some sophisticated sensors? No, it's not. It's just a wooden cube, and here is only the reflective mirror. That's all. Yeah, that's amazing. It amazed me also. So can you demonstrate a little bit? They also have an online cube also. So if you have children, I'm sure that they will love this one. 이게 패턴 몇 개 만드실 수 있어요? 한 10억 개인가?
23억 개.
23억 개? They can have like 2.3 billion patterns with this one. So you can see that the feedback right away. She got it right. And so it goes on like that. 그리고 그 온라인 것도 하나 보여주시면 온라인으로만 되는 거예요. 온라인으로 okay, they didn't prepare online version, but online without these cubes, they can also have the application. Then you can directly do it on the tablet. So, okay, any other questions? No question. Okay, so if you are interested in iris detection or some kind of thriller or novels or something like that, if you have this one is an iris detector. The name, this company is called Irians. So iris detector, you know that everyone has different set of iris, and not many people actually have the same pattern of iris. And when someone is dead in the Hollywood movie, you have seen many times, they gouge out the eye and then they use it for detection. Is it possible in reality? I don't think so. It's not possible because when people are unconscious or dead, you cannot use the iris at all. So this one is not only for security, it's for also the fintech. Because if you let your iris detect by this device, and then it is connected to the bank database. So it will detect who you are, identify who you are, and it will know how much money you have, and what credit card you have. And then you want to pay for your cafe, you don't need anything else, just for your eyes only. And then you can pay. Should we demonstrate it? Should we demonstrate it? Yeah. So she's going to pay now with her iris. And this company is one of our star companies. Oh yeah. Oh my God. It works all the time. Today is the day. Okay, now it works. Yeah, so now she paid for her coffee with her iris. How many times do we forget our eyes in the taxi? We never forget. So this is one of the safest ways to for the fintech.
What is the difference between this kind of detector and the classical? Because it's nothing new.
It's nothing new. It's true.
It was used. So what's the difference? What is the
Well, as far as we know, yes, sir. Actually, the iris detection itself is not nothing new. But what they can do, they don't sell only the devices. Actually, they sell the modules, and so each company can customize the modules, and also it's connected to the bank database. But technology itself is not a new issue. But what's difficult is for the startup companies or the normal enterprises that make it happen, realize it is actually challenging. As far as we know, that this company is almost number 2 in the world. But they are startup companies. So they are not like LG or Samsung or KT. There's teeny tiny startup company, but they have achieved this one. But of course, they have a long way to go. So we cannot tell you the confidential business secret, but they are working on it. So we will see. We will see how far they can go. Okay, so of course we are not here to just introduce our companies, or it's not for sales. We just to give you some tangible examples of how we can help with the startup companies. They have many difficulties, so that's the reason why we try to explain it as much as possible, and that's the point that we try to make. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Yes,
you spoke about working with companies for 6 months.
Solo con una mirada te llevan tú.
Yes, ma'am.
So after that 6 months, are they on their own or what happens?
Yeah, actually, as you know, 6 months is such a short time.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the reason why we have an MOU with the universities in this province. And so after they finish the 6 months for acceleration here, they move to the university lab. And they have the free space for about at least 6 months to another 1 year. So in total, it's like 1 year. So 1 year and a half is not such a short time. But not only that, even though they finish their 6 months program, it doesn't mean that they are disconnected from us. We still keep in contact with them. As I said, we have a bank system working here. We have lawyers working here. They are now on the first name basis. They have a cell phone number for each other, so they can call them just freely. They can just talk to them, get the free consultation anytime. So it's not like a one-time thing. It goes on and on. And that's the most important part, because the follow-up is the most important part. The commercial. Yes, it's a very good question, sir. Many people actually raise the questions. Why in the world the KT or private big companies involved in this? They don't see the short-term profit right away. They try to take a long-term view. And as I said, the big companies lack the flexibility innovation nowadays. So they need something new, some innovative ideas. So that's the reason why the KTs and other big companies, they try to use these centers as open innovation type, just like an experimentation lab. And then if they find a very good startup companies, they don't have to start from scratch. The R&D is already pretty much done. What they need is pretty much for marketing and etc. So they can tap into the resources of the big companies. Big companies can also have a partnership with the startup companies, or they can just merge them with a very good price, like Google does. Why not? This is one of the ways for the exit. So it's good for each other. Big companies are a little bit reluctant at first time, but now they know that what they can get because it's innovative. That's true. So it's a kind of way to promote the ideas of the working closely with the big companies and small companies. From the beginning, in the beginning, it's a little bit hesitation, but now they know, they are learning. The big companies are learning that how important it is to work closely with the startup companies. So they will see how it turns out in the future.
안녕하십니까. 미래창조과학부의 청소년대 조정관입니다.
He is the deputy minister, deputy of the creative economy coordination. He's working for the government.
2014년 9월 1일부터 사실은 이제 창조연계 혁신센터 18개 출범을 이제 담당합니다.
So he has been in charge of the creative economy and innovation centers since 2014 September. He's deeply grateful to you today.
창조연계 혁신센터는 대표님께서도 얘기하셨다시피 한국의 국제적인 모델입니다.
So as you know, there's no many cases in the world to have big companies, local companies, and city government working together.
특히 이제 대기업하고 대기업이 이제 전담 대기업이 지정이 돼서 클로스리하게 이제 서포트하는 이런 시스템에 R&D 자금이나 이런 부분들을 통해서 지원을 하게 되는데 대기업들은 대기업이 갖고 있는 마케팅 부분 그리고 자기가 갖고 있는 인력 그리고 이제 기술, 특허 이런 부분들을 지원을 함으로써 스타트업 생태계를 조성하는 역할을 주고 있습니다.
The government mainly is trying to help with the R&D, but the big companies they have a very good tools for marketing and financial or business and many resources. That's the reason why the big companies and also the startup companies can work together for closely and for the mutual benefit.
특히 이제 경기센터는 이제 17개 센터의 글로벌 허브 역할을 동시에 하고 있습니다. 그게 판교에 이제 조성되게 된 제일 참여인계 밸리, 그리고 세컨 참여인계 밸리를 통해서 저희들이 이쪽에서는 아시아의 이쪽에 글로벌 허브를 조성하기 위해서 정부의 공공지원 시설들을 다 입주시키고 그리고 경기센터를 통해서 글로벌 진출을 위한 스타트업 생태계를 여기 조성합니다.
As I did the presentation on the first floor, we had 18 centers nationwide, but Gyeonggi Center is unique in terms of that we are going to represent the other 17 centers nationwide so that they can enter the foreign markets more easily. And now, since this area is like an IT digital intensive cluster area, so the government is trying to put together all the related organizations at one spot so that they can help one another more easily, more efficiently.
경기 판교 지역은 앞으로 이제 한국 스타트업이 해외 진출할 뿐만이 아니라 해외 스타트업들이 한국에 오는 이제 게이트웨이 역할을 하게 됩니다.
So GCCEI is going to play a role between the foreign markets and domestic market. So basically, in a nutshell, we can help the Korean startup companies enter a foreign market, but at the same time, if you find any good startup company in your country, you can also send them to us so that we can facilitate them as much as possible.
앞으로 이제 경기센터를 많이 이용해 주시고 알려주시면 감사드리겠습니다.
So please contact us and use us as much as possible, and also let us know if we need possibility or opportunity for cooperation. We will be here available for you 24 hours every day. Okay, thank you very much. So it's about time that we have to wrap it up. So the president of the center is going to make a little bit speech.
귀한 시간 이렇게 방문해 주셔서 감사합니다.
Thank you very much for your time because I know that you are very busy, but still you had time for us. So thank you.
여러 다른 외국의 기업들을 이렇게 교류하는데 저희가 역할을 할 수 있도록 기회 되면 관심을 가져주시고 지원해 주시면 감사합니다.
So please help us to play a very important role almost between the Korean startup companies and also the foreign startup companies. So please let us know and make us known to your the entities in your country also, so that we can have a very good cooperation internationally. Okay, thank you very much for your time again. Thank you very much.